Trish Stratus just issued even more warnings to WWE superstars, so we'll see what she had to say there. We'll also check out who's giving Rey Mysterio a warning, CM Punk's visit to Monday Night Raw, and much more. Let's start things off with everything related to Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is just beginning what very well could be her final run as a WWE superstar. Trish first retired back in the mid-2000s, but she would always pop up every few years to have some short program in WWE. Her last big program before this year was back in 2019. Charlotte Flair took on Trish Stratus in Toronto at SummerSlam that year. It was like another farewell retirement match for Trish Stratus. But even after that match, Trish continued to say that she did have one big idea left that she was pitching to WWE, that she would come back for, and that idea was for a heel turn. And a few years later, we see that Trish Stratus got exactly what she wanted. She's starting this final run as a heel. Having these legendary superstars portray the heel roles this late in their careers is always challenging because they're icons in the business. Everyone just wants to naturally cheer for them and appreciate them. Sort of like Edge's 2022 heel turn. It never really got off the ground and was ultimately scrapped because it just didn't work out. So it may still be a challenge for Trish's heel turn for similar reasons. She's just so legendary and means so much to the business that it'll be hard to boo her. But Trish's heel turn run does look promising and looks like they're already having major plans set in stone. Trish came back and was secretly evil the entire time, plotting against Becky Lynch due to Trish's jealousy and worry that the fans and Becky were trying to erase Trish from history. So Trish took that personally and is now back full-time to remind everyone who she is, what she's done, and what she's still capable of doing. The climax of the current heel run for Trish Stratus is rumored to be SummerSlam 2023, where she is highly expected to face Becky Lynch. So it's a nice long-term story that will run from current day and conclude on August 5th at SummerSlam. Trish may not be on every single episode of Raw until then, but everyone expects her appearances to definitely be a bit more frequent and sprinkled in until that big showdown finale with Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. So with Trish basically being around again on a more regular basis for most of spring and summer, that has fans wondering what other Trish Stratus dream matches we will see during this run. Trish Stratus was recently a guest on Corey Graves' After the Bell podcast, and he asked Trish if she would consider going after the Raw or Smackdown Women's Championships. Trish had this to say in response to that question of coming after gold once more. Quote, "Pretty high. I guess the odds could be high. Do I look good in gold? Yes, I do. Do I represent it well? Yes, I do. Can I do your press conference? Yes, I can." End quote. Trish then went on to share her thoughts on the current champions, Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. She had this to say about the two of them, quote, "I'm loving watching the development because for me, it was about being this valet, but then having a character, developing and getting to know her as a character, and then watching her in her role. And I've seen this with Rhea Ripley. It's been wonderful to watch. She's pretty special and I'm so happy to see where she's at. Bianca, she's someone special. She's so athletic. I feel like someone that is born to do what she does. It's so natural and so effortless. I love seeing her. She's a great champion. I mean, could I dethrone her? Maybe. Probably. But I enjoy watching her. I think they're both great and are also both beautiful." End quote. Trish Stratus is putting it out there. She may even challenge for one of the women's titles sometime here in the coming months. So hopefully that's how it plays out. Hopefully we do get to see a handful of Trish Stratus matches before she hangs up the boots again later this summer. So be on the lookout for Trish being extremely active here in the coming months. Another big story over the last few days has been Chavo Guerrero's comments on Rey Mysterio. Everyone knows how close Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero were in real life, And ever since Eddie's passing, no one has tried to keep Eddie's legacy alive more than Rey Mysterio. Rey has put on a countless amounts of tributes to Eddie and the Guerrero family over the last few years. There's even some big tributes to Eddie Guerrero in the last few weeks. The biggest tribute being from Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 39, where he comes out in one of Eddie's signature low riders plus Eddie's theme song. Plus, Rey even reformed LWO, a faction that Eddie was a part of during his career. And now, WWE has even added Eddie's voice to the beginning of the LWO's theme song. So, just so many great little tributes to Eddie have been popping up in recent weeks. But Eddie's nephew and former WWE superstar, Chavo Guerrero, made headlines when he said that he wishes that Rey Mysterio and WWE would stop milking Eddie Guerrero's name and profiting off of it. Chavo had this to say during a virtual signing, quote, "I'm tired of people, and this is not a bitter thing, this is the truth. We worked hard for that last name. This whole family worked really, really hard to get that name to where it was, and we're tired of people using it for their benefit. So Rey Mysterio, I'm sorry that no one knows who Rey Mysterio Sr. is. Rey Mysterio Jr., no one knows who he is. And I'm sorry that you have to latch onto the Guerrero family, and we're just kind of tired of it. So thank you for keeping Eddie's name alive. Thank you for keeping the Guerrero name alive, but we don't need you. We're good. You know what I'm saying?" End quote. Chavo's remarks absolutely took the community by storm, and he continued to double down with a series of tweets that were all related to his previous comments. But when things started to get out of hand, Chavo revealed that he was just playing around in character and was just talking like a heel. Some people did figure that Chavo was just talking in character, but a lot of people were unsure. So it was great that he cleared up the mass confusion that was going on there. It was a headline no wrestling fan expected to hear in 2023, but CM Punk was backstage at the April 24th edition of Monday Night Raw in Chicago, Illinois. PW Insider reports that CM Punk showed up at the Allstate Arena, the same arena where he had some big WWE moments, such as defeating John Cena for the WWE title at Money in the Bank 2011. Punk reportedly met and spoke with plenty of his old friends and WWE superstars. The report claims that Punk spent a lot of time with The Miz and settling the issues they had with each other dating back to several years ago. It was also reported that CM Punk spent time with Triple H, squashing their previous issues with each other. CM Punk was hanging around backstage until he was ultimately asked to leave at the request of Vince McMahon. Punk understood and quickly left after being asked to leave. The reason why Punk was asked to leave is because Punk is obviously under contract with AEW, and Vince McMahon definitely wants to avoid any potential legal troubles there with Punk being backstage at a WWE show. CM Punk is rumored to be making his AEW return sometime in this upcoming summer, but everyone is definitely finding it quite interesting that Punk is also trying to squash all the issues he had with WWE. So the future will definitely be interesting here for CM Punk. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.